The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of the 8th Region Basketball Tournament starts now.
Good evening from Anderson County High School in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. We welcome you. It's time for the regional final in the 8th region on the girls' side, and a big matchup tonight between the Anderson County Bearcats taking on the Spencer County Bears. Hi again, everybody, alongside the man to my right, Rick Reams. Hi again, I'm John Baldridge, and Rick, a very good matchup. Both teams coming in, winning decisively last night, and a chance to go to state this evening.
I mean, this is what you play for. This is what you wanted the first practice of the year. You wanted the opportunity to get to Rupp Arena. And tonight, one of these teams is going to fulfill their dreams, and the other one's going to come up just a little bit short.
Spencer County coming off the win last night over North Oldham, 47-25 in the semifinals. Anderson County played in the second game against against this South Oldham team and got the win. Both teams looked well. Anderson, though, it felt like they had to play a more close game. And do you think fatigue could play a problem having to play that later game last night, too?
Absolutely, and they did not get the blowout that they're used to, so they had a tougher game, although the score ended up being 12 points. It was much closer than that, so I think that's the thing to watch. We talked about it last night. I think both teams will start off okay, but it's going to be nice to see if Anderson kind of hits the wall, and if they do, can they overcome that?
It's a packed house in here, an electric environment in Lawrenceburg. We'll have some comments coming from both coaches here shortly. Stay with us as we continue to count down on the tip-off. We'll also give the keys a little bit and how this one we think will play. We'll be back in a moment. Rick and I will be back for the pregame show on the countdown to tip-off here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
Down here tonight on the Glycod pregame show, John Baldridge catching up with the Anderson County head coach, Clay Birdwhistle. Coach, you guys have a decisive win. You come, it was close in the first half last night. We were able to pull away late. Take me through that win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good win for us. South Oldham's a very, very talented ball club, and their ability to score is at a high level. So for us to be able to close the game the way we did was a big deal.
It's going to be an electric environment in here tonight. It was a packed house last night. What's it like playing behind this home environment of your home crowd for this team this year?
I mean, it's every year. I'll put our fans up against anybody. Everywhere we go, we're going to have the biggest fan base every time.
Faith McGregor had 9 points last night. She's played well inside this year. Talk about her for a minute.
I mean, Faith was a stud. I mean, she had 10 boards, 8 offensive. Her ability to get behind the defense and get easy buckets, get offensive rebounds, put them back up is huge for us.
You take on a team, you saw them 4 times this year in Spencer County. You're very familiar with them. Take me through how you get the job done here this evening.
We just got to score more than they do.
Coach, best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. Be back in a moment here on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Cobra Kai? What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, getting set for the regional final tonight. As you take a look at the keys into this matchup presented by Traditional Bank. And Rick, how do both teams get the job done, advancing the state on Wednesday?
I'll tell you what, Spencer County, they're going to have to control the tempo. They don't want to get this into an up and down game, and they're going to have a fast start. They don't want to put themselves behind the 8 ball. Last night, they started the game okay. The second quarter, they had a really tough span on offense where they just kept settling for 3-point shots. They can't fall for that trap. Anderson County last night gave up, even though they had a height advantage, and they'll have that tonight, they gave up a lot of second and third shots. They can't do that. But the second thing is, and I think one of the keys tonight may well be, Anderson County needs to utilize that height advantage to their advantage and see if they can get some easy inside shots.
Both of these teams went through the whole week of the regionals with school. You get the whole day today. You don't have school. You got to sit around a little while. Does it play in your head a bit? You know, you got one game to get there, win or go home.
Yeah, you know, when I played, I almost rather had school because it was a distraction. Here today, you're just sitting around, as you said, waiting for this game. But, you know, it's kind of like the coaches said last night. If you can't get up for this game, you don't need to be out here playing. And I tell you what, these teams, you know, this is the 4th time they've played this year. Anderson County winning all those games. But, man, you know, if you're Spencer County, this is the night to get that opportunity and make the 4th time a charm.
We'll talk to John Howie, their head coach. He mentioned a lot about getting the rebounds, making their shots is a big thing against this Anderson team that has a lot of size. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. This broadcast is authorized by Anderson County High School and the 8th region with the production rights of Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you very much for watching. We'll catch up with the Spencer County head coach next as we continue to roll on the Countdown to Tip-Off show here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back on the Glycod pregame show tonight, catching up with the Spencer County head coach, John Howie. John, congratulations on the win last night. You won it decisively over a North Oldham team.
Yeah, thanks so much. Very exciting. Just such a big win over a good school, a good team, and just really excited to advance, keep playing.
Take me through that win quickly last night. You guys got, it was back and forth in the first half. You guys pulled away in the second half.
Yeah, we just they packed in a zone, and the game was kind of slow. We played a half-court man. We tried to press them early, but their guards, they once they beat the press, they kind of would create some open spots. So we pulled the press off, and we just kind of played kind of a slower game. And then in the second half, when a couple things we were trying to do against their zone just really wasn't working, we felt like we needed to try to press up the defensive pressure and just try to hope to create some turnovers. And unfortunately, we got a lot of deflections. The girls just played so hard, and it was kind of opens things up. And then once we hit some shots, it seemed like the basket got bigger for them, and they got really hot and had a really big third quarter.
Hallie Johnson's been really good for you all this year. You always talk about your two stars, but she stepped up well and really been a big piece inside.
Yeah, absolutely. She really has, and she just continues to get better. She's a multi-sport athlete, plays a lot of different sports, and so she is just, I think, really scratching the surface of where she can be. She's so athletic, and it's just coming into her own. She was in foul trouble in the second quarter, and you saw, and it kind of hurt us a little bit with what we do with her up top with her length and things like that. So, but yeah, she has kind of been an unsung hero, and just can't wait to see her. Glad she's a junior. Glad she's coming back next year.
You've had some back-to-backs this year. Is it hard to play these back-to-backs, and how much of that fatigue will be a problem tonight, you think?
Well, that is. We try to do a lot of Friday, Saturdays for this very reason, if we're fortunate to be here. Could we be tired? I'm sure they are, but honestly, I think everybody is at this time of year. They're excited. They got some rest, and so we didn't go real hard in practice the last few days, just to kind of go through more walkthroughs, just to try to rest them. But, this is what you play for, so they'll be ready.
You go against Laney Johnson tonight. She's 6 foot tall guard. Very good team here in Anderson on the road. In their home environment, what are you thinking? How do you get the job done here tonight?
Well, we know them well, and they know us very well, and so we just we know we need to stop their two main scorers, but at the same time they've got others, and you just can't leave the others, because I've seen many games where people just concentrate on those two and leave Ella Baum and all the others just wide open for threes. So we can't do that. We need to make this a defensive. We need to be tough. We need to rebound. I said this last night how important rebounding is, because I think they just really do a good job of controlling the boards. A lot of offensive rebounds if their shots aren't going in. Sometimes they don't have a lot of rebounds if you let those shooters get going. So we need to be really good defensively, really sound, be in our spots, and then we got to hit some shots. We did our best defense can be scoring the ball to not allow them just to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Coach, thanks for your time, and best of luck again this evening.
Thanks so much. Thanks for your coverage.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here as we get set for this matchup as we continue to roll on the countdown to tip-off show. With Rick Reeves, I'm John Balderton, a packed Anderson County High School. And Rick, really what caught my eye in those comments there from John Howie was he talked a lot about you got to rebound the basketball and shoot the ball well here tonight against the Anderson team that has a lot of size.
I mean, you know what? Basketball has been the same since it was invented. You got to put the ball in the basket. If you don't score points, you're not going to win this game. And that's what he's telling his girls right now. The other thing he's telling his girls is, let's go at them. Let's see if they can handle us coming right at them. Because you know what? You wouldn't be human if you weren't Anderson County, knowing that this Spencer County team has only beaten you twice in the entire time that you've played, 55 games or whatever it is. But I tell you what, tonight could be the night, and you just got to believe you can come out here and do it.
It should be a fun game. We'll look tonight at the starting lineups, brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling. Contact Thompson at 502-703-0244 for the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Thompson Heating and Cooling. The starting lineups first for this Anderson County team under their head coach in his 10th season, Clay Birdwhistle. They come in 31-2 on the year, have won 12 straight. They'll go Laney Johnson, the junior guard, 6 foot tall, averaging 19.2 points per game. Jenna Satterley will also start, averaging 18.6 points per game. She's also a senior. The junior Ella Baum averaging 8 points per game. Claire Cooper averaging 3 points per game, the junior. And rounding out the starting 5, Faith Hyatt, the sophomore, 5'7", averaging $1.3 points per game. For Spencer County, they come in under their head coach, John Howie, in his 6th season. Howie has led them to a 23-11 record this year. They've won 2 straight. Ella Brown, their leading scorer, one of the best players in this tournament we've seen so far, averaging 13.5 points per game. Kayla Basham, 8.4 points per game, has really stepped up in her junior season. Howie Johnson, we just talked about with Howie a minute ago, has played well at 10 points last night, averaging 4 points per game. Skylar Mills averaging 5 points per game, the senior. And Ava Rocky rounds out the starting 5, the 5'8" junior, averaging 3.4 points per game. I'll get your final comments. We'll come back here in a minute and get it set for this action. About 5 minutes before we do so, between the Bears and the Bearcats here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here in Anderson County, Rick Reams, John Baldridge with you, about to get this thing underway. The officials taking a picture down in center floor. It's a big night ahead. The winner goes to the state tournament. They will play Wednesday at 6 o'clock versus the 6th region champion. That game was tipped off at 6 o'clock between Butler and Bullitt East tonight. Here, Anderson County taking on Spencer County. And Rick, what are your final comments before we get this thing underway tonight?
You know, I'm excited to see how both these teams come out and play. We talked about, is fatigue going to be a factor? This atmosphere is insane. I will say, though, John, Spencer County, they don't have as many people as Anderson County do, but they brought a really, really good contingent with them. Both bands are here. You know, you can't ask for more than this. This is what this game should be about. When these teams get to Rupp Arena, Rupp is so big, these crowds just aren't the same as they are here. So tonight, man, I'm excited for these girls to have this opportunity.
Rick, we're about 3 feet from each other, and I tell you, without the headset, I don't know if I can hear you without the band right now.
No, there's no way at all. I'm glad we have these, because I can't hear anyhow, but at least we have these.
So let me ask you, when we first got in here tonight, you said Anderson needs to get the ball downhill. How does Spencer try to stop that?
First of all, they're going to have to put a little bit of pressure in the back court to make it a little more difficult. We talked about token pressing last night to try to do that. And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to just play your game and try to get the ball from getting inside, giving up easy baskets. And as I said, Spencer County has to start out fast. They cannot get behind double digits and expect to be able to come back.
It's a beautiful Saturday, March 10th. Winner goes to Kentucky and Rupp Arena this week. We'll come back with the tip in a moment here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Glycod's coverage of the 8th Region Basketball Tournament starts now. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now, courtside for all the action from Lycon.
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem here as we get set for tonight's matchup between Anderson County and Spencer County. Hi again, everybody. I'm John Baldridge alongside Rick Reams at our broadcast table atop Glen Drury Court here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And just ask you for your final comments. But it's going to be an electric feeling here tonight, and it's glad, as you talked about last night, just to have this environment back in high school basketball.
Yeah, just a huge night here, huge night for this region. You know, these girls have worked hard all year long to work in the preseason and the offseason, and tonight they come to the culmination, the opportunity to get to Rupp Arena.
We take a look one more time at the starting lineup tonight, presented by Thompson Heating and Cooling. Lainey Johnson will start, the junior, 6 foot for this Anderson County team, with Jenna Satterley, the 5'9" senior. Them two combined averaging over 45 points per game for this Bearcats roster. Ella Baum, as John Howey talked a lot about today, stopping those third and fourth girls, not just eyeing down at the first two in Johnson and Satterley, but looking for Baum. Claire Cooper will also start, the junior, 6'3", and Faith Hyatt, who had 3 points last night. That will round out the starting five for Clay Birdwhistle's Bearcats of Anderson County. For Spencer County, coming off the win, they had to play Monday night in a close game. Came off that win, came off a win last night over North Oldham in the first game. They're led by Ella Brown. She's averaging 13 points per game. The 5'11" senior, Kayla Basham. Skylar Mills, also the senior, 5'9", averaging 5.1 points per game. Howie Johnson, I talked about with John Howey in the ball game in the pregame comments, and has really impressed her this year in her junior season. Johnson averaging 4 points per game, also averaging 4 boards per game, and Ava Rocky rounds out the starting five. Rocky averaging 3.5 points per game, the 5'8" junior, as the starting lineups get introduced here. And when I listen to those starting lineups, what really catches your eye for both teams to get the job done both ways?
Again, you can't play just 2-on-2. These starting lineups, this is a 5-on-5 matchup. Everyone has a job to do, no matter whether you're the main scorer or whether you're just a role player. You've got to come out and do your job, and that's the most important thing. And I tell you what, you talked about Faith McGregor. Not only did she do everything on the court, she sang in the national anthem chorus with them. So she's doing everything tonight. So, but you got to love that. You got to love to see these girls. Coach Howie talked about it. Girls that are well-rounded, that play a lot of sports, play a lot of really good athletes. But if you're the Spencer County team, as Coach Howie talked about, you can't just focus on those 2 girls from Anderson County. Because if you're Anderson County, I still think the big thing is you cannot come in overconfident tonight. You have to play your game.
You mentioned it best. Can't come over and overconfident because, yeah, you're on that 12-game win streak, but that doesn't matter. Right now it's win or go home and a chance for Spencer to come into this hostile environment, pick up a big win.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You've lost 2 games all year. Your record right now, you're 0-0, and that's what they're looking at. That's what I'm sure Coach Birdwhistle has told them. This game is all that matters. You don't want to look to Rupp Arena. You don't want to look back. You look right now.
We'll take a look at the coaches for both teams. John Howey, as we talked about, in his 6th season, 116 wins to 67 losses. Clay Birdwhistle in his 10th season, 266 wins to 66 losses. Birdwhistle was an assistant under Tony Case at Anderson County from 2007 to 2014, has took over this program and has really done well. Was the 8th Region Coach of the Year in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 21 and 22, but they only reached the quarters last year, trying to get back to the state tonight. A Spencer County team that has never reached the state tournament. It should be a fun one, as we're about to tip it from center floor. Will be Johnson and Brown, Spencer in the black, Anderson County in the white. The tap is up in the air, and it goes the way of the Bears. And what do you expect to see here early?
Anderson County's going to go man-to-man. They're going to put some pressure. Spencer gets that early three, but again, I'm not sure that's the game they want to play.
Taken away there, and back the other way for the first time.
You know, John, you can get that shot anytime. There's that early in your offense.
Both of these teams coming in with wins last night. And you think that fatigue will play a problem of having that back-to-back?
I think it will later on. I think these first 4 or 5 minutes, everything's going to be high intensity, but then things will start settling down.
Inside, no good. And this is the both ways. And back, Spencer has it up top, almost a carry there.
Yeah, you got to watch, keep your hands on top of the ball there. Now, Spencer, this is where they need to be very patient. We talked about it, control tempo.
Brown up top. Over the corner to Mills. Mills, who had a good game last night. Only 2 points, but played 27 minutes. And back to Anderson. And a foul there on Skylar Mills. With 6:50 left here in this first quarter.
Now that was not caused by this, but John, one thing to watch, fatigue can cause you to make silly fouls that you're not used to making. That was just an effort foul there.
Anderson definitely had the more physical game last night, and because they had to play the second game also, they haven't had a back-to-back this year. Spencer's 2-2 in back-to-back games, so we'll see if that plays a factor here. Is inside, no good. Second chance going up again. Looking for the foul with Satterley, doesn't get it.
Good defense. Keep your hands straight up in the air. That time they didn't get the call.
Mills to Ella Brown, who's had an ex Johnson here. She's inside this time on Satterley and lays it in.
And that's exactly what we talked about in the pregame, trying to take the ball towards the basket. Ella Brown did a great job there. Got the move and got to the basket, and Ella's on the other end is going to try to play defense here.
Johnson double team, spins around in the paint, and she puts it in for 2.
Yeah, Brown versus Johnson on this end. That's going to be a tough matchup for Ella Brown. They're going to have to get some help. We talked about getting Johnson inside.
Spencer coming in, averaging 50 points per game, giving up 42. Anderson averaging 60, only giving up 32. Inside, Brown gets into the lane and turns it over.
Yeah, she forced that one. I got to watch, limping just a little bit. She kind of tweaked that knee, but she got in way too deep there and didn't have anywhere to go with the ball and just trickled out of bounds on her.
And we saw that full court press last night, team down on the baseline, and it stays underneath, deflected off of the Bears.
Nice play there by Johnson to get that throw in off the leg of the Bears to get the ball underneath.
They'll trigger it in here with Satterley, who had 20 last night, only 2 for 12 from the field though. Inside Johnson, spins around, no good. Bash, as they said, Anderson got their hands on it, so it stays underneath with the Bearcats.
Yeah, really good hustle there by the Bearcats, but I'll tell you what, if you're Spencer County, you've got to grab that ball with authority and get it out of there.
So they'll get it in once again here up top. Hyatt inside the lane to Johnson. Steps back, fades away, no good. So some misses here early. Just trying to slow down the tempo some.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Everyone, like I said, everyone's so jacked high right now. Just need to settle down a little bit, run your offense, and get your shots out of your, out of your offense.
Slade Birdwhistle talked about he has one of the best home court environments in the state of Kentucky. Said that in his pregame comments. And a packed house here tonight. Brown inside, trying to go up strong in the paint, and draws contact.
Yeah, you can tell what Spencer's doing is they're just going ahead and clearing it out and let Ella Brown just take the ball in, see if she can get either a basket or get a foul, and that's what she got. And right now, a really good move on her part.
Brown had 20 last night, 8 for 13 from the field, and played all 32 minutes. Comes in 67% from the line, no good on the first. Brown's going to have to play big if they want to win this game.
Yep, she's the one that's going to have to come up. She's going to have some other people help her out, but she's going to have the kind of game she's capable of.
The second by Brown is good, and Spencer back on top. We run under 4:30 here in the first. 3-2 if you're just joining us. Hyatt outside. Lainey Johnson. Johnson six-hack the rack, gets inside the paint. Her shot up, no good.
Left-handed, no good, but a good take to the basket. The ball just would not go in. Sorry, I'm trying to do a little crowd control back here.
We're at the top of the building. It's packed in here.
Yeah, got people trying to sit with me and everything else, so we'll figure it out.
John Howie talked a lot about stopping those second, third opportunities and also stopping those chances of not just the two stars, but you got everybody else out there, and right there a good chance of a stopping bomb inside.
Yeah, good job there. And look, right now Spencer County's doing exactly what they should do. They're just going to kind of take the ball out. There's absolutely no rush. 3:30 left in this first quarter. Just get a pick up high and then move it back out and see if you can get a pop here.
Inside goes Rocky, and she turns it over. Back to Satterley, a 2-on-2 break. Brown in the bag, and she's going to take some contact and lay it in. Jenna Satterley, a foul on Brown, puts them back on top.
Yeah, Satterley, great job taking the ball to the basket. What you can't have is you can't have Brown get in foul trouble, so got to watch that. But a really, really good, strong take to the basket there.
Second here on Spencer, one on Anderson. And one coming here for Satterley. 87%, the best free throw shooter on the team, and misses the and-one opportunity.
Again, that's something to watch. You don't want to leave points at the free throw line.
Mills in the front court. Mills in her senior season, only averaging 5 per game, but has played in all 34 games. To Brown, she goes baseline and lays it in.
It's going to be interesting to see if maybe they switch out Satterley, because Brown's a lot bigger than her and kind of having her way, taking the ball to the basket.
A good crowd here tonight for Spencer on the road, making the trip to Lawrenceburg. Hyatt. Back up top to Jenna Satterley.
Cleared out for Satterley here.
Satterley working her way inside. Picked up here by Basham. Baseline goes Johnson, and an offensive foul.
Really good defense there. Really good job holding your ground. I talked about it last night. You got to put your foot on that baseline and make them go around you. And that time, Lainey Johnson tried to, but got that charge call.
Anderson 17-0 this year here at home. And down one here with 2:30 left in this first quarter. Brown to the corner. Mills looking inside to Rocky and overshoots her, taken back, and a 4-on-3 break with Johnson. She'll try to kick it inside, looking for bomb. Players hit the deck and we'll have a jump ball.
Yeah, you can already see Lainey Johnson's a little bit tired again. That second wind's going to come in, but right now, just huffing just a little bit down there. Coaches are telling her on that play, pull it out, get it in the offense, don't rush something.
And it's going to be important to get Basham involved, some other piece besides Brown, too.
Yes, exactly. But at this point, Spencer County has to feel good where they are.
Brown fires from straight on, nothing but the bottom of the net.
They tried to go underneath that screen, which is a cardinal mistake. You cannot do that. Brown made them pay with a long three.
The first 2-possession lead for either team goes the way of the Bears. Bomb picked up by Cox, who just checked in. Now inside going in is Satterley, and she's fouled. Got into the paint there.
Yeah, good job by Satterley. Got into the paint, had a double team, and got fouled. Get to the free throw line, but got to make these free throws.
Satterley back of the stripe for the second time tonight. Playing in her 32nd game this year. Played all 32 games for this Anderson team, makes the first. We've seen a fast tempo. You talked about it. You think it might slow down some?
Well, you know, I think it might, but at the same time, I thought it would have only gone through about the half of the first quarter, and it's taken over. But I am seeing what I like with Spencer County on offense. They're being very, very patient. They're getting the shots they want, and the majority of those shots in this quarter at least have gone down for them.
We go under a minute 10 here in this first quarter as Mills gets inside.
Spencer's doing a really good job. They're spreading out. They have way wide, and that way it just leaves the middle wide open to go in and penetrate and either make a pass or a shot off of it.
Mills trying to attack the lane, lays it in, and she has one more.
Really good job there by Mills. Went to the left hand. Very impressive drive. A lot of contact there and a tough angle. But boy, she put that ball in. Going to get to the free throw line, try to increase this lead up.
One more coming for Skylar Mills, 64% from the line this year in her senior season. Takes a breath and knocks it down, and a 5-point lead for the Bears.
Anderson County should just go for one shot here. Hold it till the end of this quarter.
Satterley hands it off to Johnson. They'll have to pick it up, try to give it over to Baum. Almost lost it, stays with it. Down low, a beautiful dish underneath, and laying it in his face, McGregor. McGregor had an excellent game last night, 9 in the ball game, and checks in there.
Yeah, and a really good job rebounding also. And right now, Spencer, that was a great play. Spencer's going to hold the last shot. Anderson County, you can't not take that layup.
Outside Basham trying to get inside before the buzzer hits and gets it blocked. And that's how the first 8 come to a close. And it's 11-8 ball game after one. We'll be back in a moment here on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the
Here in the second as we head to the second quarter in a 11-8 ball game, as it's been exciting so far, and Spencer with the early jump.
Yeah, I tell you what, with both these teams are well-deserved teams to be here. You know, this game right now is everything of these fans. I mean, they're standing at the exits. They're all over the place. They couldn't have asked for more. And I tell you what, these teams are putting a great, very talented performance on the floor tonight.
With Rick Reams, John Baldridge alongside here on Glycon on this Saturday evening. Anderson going to get it first here to start the second. Satterley picked up by Basham. Back up top, Baum fires, and an out, no good.
A nice look there, kind of off a set play there. Did not get the basket, but a good look, but a good job, Spencer, holding them just to one shot.
Mills sets it across the logo. A 3-point lead, 30 seconds in here in this second quarter.
Nice
and a beautiful dish. Mills for 2.
A nice back cut there. Really good pass, good look. You could tell that was a set play. They caught each other's eyes, knew what was going to happen. Get to the basket for the layup.
It seems like we hate to use baseball terms, but they're playing some small ball out there right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Satterley trying to go inside, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line.
Yeah, Satterley right now is the difference maker. She's able to kind of get where she wants to get, getting up to the basket. Now she's going to have to put some free throws in.
Satterley, her third trip to the line tonight. Averaging about 18 points per game. Trying to cut it back to one possession game, makes the first.
The great thing right now is that, you know, Spencer's been able to answer almost everything Anderson's put on the board. So Anderson needs to come up with some stops here on the defensive end to get the lead back.
2 for 2 at the stripe, back to a 3-point game. As Spencer brings it up. We saw kind of a zone last night from Anderson. Now they're with that straight man look.
Yeah, they are, but it's a very, very shallow. They're not putting a whole lot of pressure on at all up top.
Johnson has it. Trying to go inside, fades away. It's no good. Right there, second chance though. McGregor, and she gets it stripped out of her hands by Hallie Johnson.
Good job by Hallie Johnson there. Very, very, not a foul at all. Just grabbed that ball, very assertive. And now watch Anderson, Johnson, she's not even coming out beyond the three-point arc to guard. They're daring them to shoot those shots.
Mallory Cox for three, no good. And saved right there, almost a turnover. Could have been a travel there on Baum.
Yeah, right now, they're just moving around. They've switched up. They've got Ella Brown on Satterley now.
Johnson looking inside. Going up strong, no good there. Trying to stay with it is McGregor and gets it back.
Yeah, second chance. Move that pivot foot.
That will go the other way.
She's going to make that. She was getting ready to make that pass and then saw something out of the corner of her eye and then just move that pivot foot. So a turnover there. (13-10). Mills has it in the front court, and it's not a very senior-driven Spencer team. They have Brown out there, but a lot of these younger classmen have stepped up well. Exactly. Right now, Brown, she's just hanging out in the corner. We're going to let them play 4-on-4 and let Satterley stay out there with her.
One of the seniors here on the roster, 4 of them, and Skylar Mills has it on the left side.
Again, I think very smart by Spencer. Don't force anything.
Mills double team, trying to get it to Cox, gets deflected, and will stay with the Bears.
Yeah, kick, so they're going to have the ball underneath.
Over these teams says Spencer rolled over North, and right there, Brown goes inside for 2.
Again, once she's getting the ball, she's able to take it to the basket pretty much with ease, unabated, and get in there and get 2 more.
Making some noise over in front of the Spencer bench. Johnson gets it over to the other side here for McGregor. Back up top to Satterley. Picked up by Hallie Johnson for this Bears team. And a long possession here for Spencer. Satterley into the paint, looking underneath, and takes it away there and back the other way with Basham.
Yeah, Coach Howie holding his arms up, saying, let's slow it down. We're in no hurry to run with this team.
Anderson's faced this Spencer County team 52 times. Anderson's has won 50 of those 52, and they've won the last 4. The last window for this Spencer team comes back in January 2023 against this Bearcats team. Trying to pull off a big upset here tonight.
Yeah, they've played 3 times this year, and Anderson County's won all, but not been blowouts.
Mills inside the lane, no good.
Nice try to get to the basket. Good defense by Lainey Johnson. Kept her hands up.
Johnson, extra pass, the corner, an open 3, off the glass, it's good, and that's Alabama.
I think the bank's open on Saturday late here in Anderson County. She banked that one in.
Baum only a 38% three-point shooter coming in, and cuts it back to 2.
But yeah, if they're going to give you that shot, you have to take it, and there was a good shot. They got it in their offense.
Brown up top. Ella runs off the screen over to Basham, looking for travel. Doesn't get one.
She's going to back it out now. Looking to over.
Kayla Basham inside, no good. And back the other way.
Get a tie or take the lead here if you're Anderson.
And a fast pace first half. 3-ball here, no good. Taken by Hyatt. Tipped up in the air, and the long board tracked down by Basham.
Yeah, nice shot, just wouldn't go in. And got a shoes untied.
Cox will check out as Rocky back into the ball game.
You know, there's 3 people I don't envy out here, and these are these referees, because no matter what you call, no one's going to be happy. There's always someone mad, but that's part of refereeing. But we appreciate these guys being out here and giving of their time in such an important game.
A game of a lot of magnitude. The winner plays Wednesday night against the winner of the 6th region, Butler and Bullitt East. They got underway at 6 o'clock at Rupp Arena in Lexington. 3-ball, no good there by Brown. And back to Anderson County. To the corner, Satterley loses it. Players hit the deck, and Brown gets it back.
Coach
a little
High,
sloppy here right now.
Yeah, Coach High on that last possession, he wanted his girl set a pick, and she did. She got flat run over, and there was no call. And boy, he let the referee have it. So let's see if that comes up again.
John Howie yelling out instructions to his offense. Basham sets it up top. Picked up here by Baum, trying to go down the lane left side, and a foul will send Spencer to the line.
Yeah, Basham, really good move there. Made the spin move, got to the left hand, and went to the basket. Now she's going to be at the free throw line. Need to put some points on the board here.
Basham coming in, the second leading scorer on this Spencer team, averaging 8 points per game. Only 67% from the line. And trying to knock down 2 big free throws and make it a 2-possession game in the last minute 30 of this first half. And gets the first to go home.
Tell you what, I envy these girls. I was not a good free throw shooter at all. In this environment, I may never even come close to either hitting the rim or I'd break the backboard. I'd throw it up there so hard.
Were you like a Shaq attack out there?
I shot an air ball my sophomore year. My dad had me at the church gym the next morning, maybe shoot 100 free throws, and I still wasn't very good. But you better believe I never shot another air ball. My 15-foot free throw went about 12 feet, and he wasn't wrong.
Well, Kayla Basham strong there. Nothing but the bottom of the net on both free throws, and it's back to a 2-possession game. Looking inside to Johnson on Rocky here, and gets it to fall in.
Great pass there, but again, I think they need to see more of that. We talked about it. Use her size to your advantage. Get her inside, and boy, if you're Spencer County, you can't let her catch the ball that deep.
The 8th region final here in Lawrenceburg. A fun game we've had so far. A minute to go here in the first half. 17-15. And Spencer moving it.
I think Coach Howie would be more than happy just to hold this. Either go in with a lead of 2 or 4, but just don't give the ball back to Anderson County.
Spencer's faced this Anderson County team 16 times in postseason play, and Anderson's won all 16. Right now, a 2-point Bears lead here in this hostile environment.
And you can tell right now, Laney Johnson, she's just kind of falling around. She's not going to put any pressure. So 19 seconds left. Be interesting to see. I think about 10 seconds is when they'll go. Wouldn't be surprised to see if they get the ball in Brown's hand.
Crowd here doesn't like it, but using this fast-paced first half, but slowing it down right here. 5 seconds left. Mills picks it up. Looks inside and open. Johnson left alone. Allie Johnson lays it in. And that's how the first half comes to a close. What an impressive one for the Bears.
I tell you what, that's the way to do it. You almost lulled them to sleep. We talked about the fact that Laney Johnson was given a lot of room out there. They finally put pressure, but found her underneath. 19-15, a great half for Spencer County.
We'll take a break, have some halftime stats shortly here on Glycott.
Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workout experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
Back here at halftime, a 19-15 lead on the road, basically, in this regional final in a hostile environment for Spencer County with Rick Reams, John Baldridge alongside. And Rick, what an impressive first half both ways. Spencer with the little edge, though.
Yeah, I tell you what, Spencer, they've come out with a great offensive and defensive plan, and they've stuck to it. They've not rushed anything out. Anderson County right now, still a 4-point game. I mean, this game can go either way. Anderson County, though, they're having just a little bit of trouble on the offensive end and then just not putting the defensive intensity on.
We'll take a look at some first half stats tonight presented by Oldham Financial, providing clarity for your financial future. Visit oldhamfinancial.com for more information. First in the team category for this Spencer County team, 7 for 14 from the field, 1 for 5 from behind the arc, and 4 for 5 from the line. They have a total of 8 rebounds, and they have scored 19 points with 2 assists, 5 turnovers, 1 block, and 4 steals. They've had for this Bears team, 7 points in the paint. 12 points in the paint, 7 points off turnovers. Their largest lead has been 5, and they've had 14 defensive stops for Anderson County, 5 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from behind the arc, 4 for 5 from the line. They've had a total of 10 rebounds, 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals and 1 block. They've had 2 points off turnovers, 8 points in the paint. They've had a largest lead of 6. They've had to fight back from behind, though, a lot, and they've had 11 defensive stops. Scoring by period, Spencer County with 11 in the first, 8 in the second. Anderson County with 8 in the first, 7 in the second. How do both teams come out of here with a win tonight?
Well, I think Spencer County is going to come out and just do the same thing. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see Anderson County come out, and instead of laying back on defense, they're going to have to put pressure. They want to make Spencer County uncomfortable and make mistakes. They've been, like to say, and I think part of that is the fatigue factor. They don't want to get tired, but they're going to have to put some pressure on the ball because Spencer can hold the ball as long as they want.
Some of the individual numbers real fast. Howie Johnson with 2 to finish the half. Caleb Asham with 4 points. Skylar Mills with 3 points. Ella Brown leading the way with 10. She's played all 16 minutes. Ava Rocky with none, and Mallory Cox with none. Jenna Satterley for Anderson County with 6 points, 3 rebounds, played all 60 minutes. Claire Cooper with no points, played 9 minutes. Lainey Johnson with 4 in 16 minutes. Ella Baum with 3, and Faith McGregor with 2. Tonight's first half stats again presented by Old Financial, providing clarity for your finance future. Tonight's scoreboard presented by Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. We'll come back with the third here shortly on Glycon.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more.
Immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure. But it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here as we go to the third quarter and a 19-15 Spencer County lead. And Rick, you talked about it, and last night Anderson came out of the halftime huddle back on the floor. They didn't shoot around last night. They weren't satisfied with the way they played against South Oldham. Tonight, they're out there shooting around a bunch more. Any reason for that, you think?
I think Coach Birdwhistle was not pleased. He went in, he told his girls, here's what we're going to do. Let's go out and do it. The interesting thing to me is Spencer County didn't come out until about 1:30 left. They've not picked up a ball. It's like almost they were the one not in the lead. But I have a feeling on Coach Howie was keep them in there, give them a rest, give them a break as much as they can, because they're going to have to continue to play patient And again, I think you're going to see Anderson County have to come out and put some pressure.
Most of these games, Anderson and Spencer are in the 30s this year. They faced each other 3 times. I feel like Spencer feels like they can do it tonight.
Absolutely. They think this game's right where they want them.
Both of these teams averaging about 50 or 60 points per game. It's a low-scoring one so far through the first 16, but Brown inside, and she gets it to fall home.
Again, they just, right now, they can't stop Brown. She getting wherever she wants to the basket.
Up top here they have it with Satterley, who had a good first half. Had 6 points in that first half.
Yeah, they're getting the ball to Johnson inside where she needs to be. She's going to have to get up and get out of that lane.
Satterley picked up here and hands it off over to the other side. Left side 3 up, no good. Taken there by Cooper. Her first shot attempt tonight.
Looks like Anderson's happy just to sit back.
You're not seeing a press either way here early.
I think, again, that's fatigue. Pressing can cause you to get tired.
Brown again has a chance for one more.
Wow, just a great play by Brown there. Was able to get to the basket. And another foul there on Satterley.
That's her second foul. Team second here in this third quarter. And one more coming for the senior Ella Brown.
I'll tell you what, she can increase this lead to 9 points.
Trying to make it the biggest lead of the night and get a 6-0 start here early. And can't add the N1. Satterley back the other way. Inside goes Bomb into the paint. Excuse me, that was McGregor, and she has the right hook.
Boy, I tell you what, she went. She was not scared of that at all.
23-17. And a packed house here at Glenn Drury Court in Lawrenceburg.
Claire Cooper just holding that ball out front. She's done a good job with the ball.
Back up top here with Mills, resetting the offense, getting the instructions from head coach John Howie in his 6th season.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mills had that, but boy, she got to make sure on that pass. She about knocked her teammate over.
Mills picked up here by Johnson, a tough matchup, gonna hand it off to Basham. And using their time, and you can use as much time as you want.
Coach Howie holds the hands up and says, we are fine. Take your time.
And you can hear the surround noise. A lot of boos in here right now. Basham to the corner, Rocky lines it up, gets the foul, and she'll have 3 coming at the line.
Is that foul on Satterley again? It's her third.
That's her third here in this quarter too. Didn't have any fouls in that first half. And 3 coming here for Ava Rocky, the junior.
You know, the one thing, the one way you make a team speed up is you score points and make them play faster. And right now, Anderson just can't do that. And that's why, very patient, as you said, the crowd's getting upset. But boy, what a game plan right now for Spencer.
Rocky coming in 55% from the line this year. And her second is no good either. And you always talk about it, when you're behind, you got to make free throws, but when you're ahead too, you want to take some advantages.
Yeah, and they did a smart thing there. They had her move back off the free throw line. She was cemented where she was. Come back up. Put this, just take your time, breathe, and put the shot in.
Rocky had 5 last night and goes 0 for 3 from the line.
A lot of big time misses there.
Johnson inside, gets it, and an offensive foul. Spencer happy with that one. The crowd here doesn't like it very much.
That is the smart play. Again, if you see Johnson coming at you, stand your ground. Don't try to block that shot. So that's another foul on her.
We'll take a timeout in a 6-point game here on Glycott.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
An offensive foul gives it back here to Spencer County. And what is the Anderson coach telling him right now?
Again, I'm just surprised they're not putting more pressure on defense. Or as you talked about, go to that zone, see if they can get something to happen here. He's telling his girls, we're fine. There's a long way to go in this game. 13 minutes, 25 seconds. We saw last night they were in a tight game in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, they pushed it out. So there doesn't need to be any consternation, but right now you see it. Here comes the pressure by Anderson County.
A quick 3 fouls here in the first 2:30 of this third quarter on Satterley. Do you watch that? You try to go right at her if you're Spencer?
Absolutely. You want to get her out of the game if you can because she's such a valuable player.
They'll get it across with Basham. Almost lose it, keeps the dribble alive. Dribble's on the right deck.
Coach Birdwhistle wanted a 5-second call.
Has it in her right hand.
So now they're putting the pressure that they need to put. You can't hold the ball like this. Basham's pick it up. She's in trouble
and
now.
They'll use a timeout.
Smart play.
We'll take another break. 4:57 left here in the third. High school basketball 23-17 in the regional final on Glycod.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Timeout used by John Howie and a 23-17 game. Spencer on top here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Rick Reams, John Baldridge, and Spencer going to throw it in underneath the Anderson hoop. And an offensive foul. This will go back the other way. And they'll give that on Basham.
Yeah, Coach Howie doesn't like that call. But again, you know, you just can't push like that. And underneath there, that's a prime place where that can happen.
Johnson gets it back up top here to Baum. Over the corner, McGregor picked up by Johnson, trying to attack the rack. No good, off the rim. Back up top, another opportunity here with Baum.
Second chance opportunity here for Anderson County.
John Howie talked a lot about that in the pregame show. Trying to get no more opportunities for this Anderson team, but right there, a second chance for the Bearcats and lay it in.
Yeah, really good job again by the Bearcats, getting on the boards, getting third chance opportunity. Faith McGregor, another big basket.
Brown inside.
Got McGregor on her now. Can she stay with her? And then Laney Johnson's back to help if need be.
Brown a couple early buckets here in the third and draws contact inside.
So now you're going to have it out of bounds again under the basket, but you need to make sure you're set on all your picks. Don't get another foul here.
Mills puts up a finger, gets her instructions from her head coach as he'll trigger it in and get it into Brown. Brown trying to use the baseline. Basham back out, lines one up. No good. And a trap on here. It looks like a little more pressure. We'll see it for the Bears. Johnson breaks it into the paint and loses it. We got a whistle. This looks like we'll have a foul, either a jump or a foul. They're going to assess the foul.
Yeah. The referees are trying to take us, getting a little bit chippy in here right now, as you would expect. Now the Spencer County crowd does not like that call.
So Satterley going to get it in.
All of a sudden, boy, you've seen the pressure on both teams. The intensity has risen. This game is starting to really take effect.
And it feels like they've kept Satterley more in check here in this third quarter. 3 ball this time by Johnson, no good. And a second chance, doesn't fall.
Again, though, we talked about it, limiting second and third opportunities. We talked about Anderson County needed to do that, but boy, right now, Spencer has got to get on the boards.
Anderson with 15 at halftime, looking for their 5th point here of this third quarter with 3:26 left, and no good on the first there by Lainey Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, I've noticed on the defensive end, she's still holding that elbow like she did last night. When she came out after the game, had ice on that elbow. Not sure what that was about.
Johnson 1 for 2.
And here comes the pressure, full court pressure after the made free throw.
And trying to get it in here is Howie Johnson, and able to bash him.
Now she's going to have to hurry and get it over the line. 10-second call, she made it.
Kayla Basham spins around, gets into the lane, and brings it back out. Tightly guarded here by Baum. Basham, Crown wanting some.
There wasn't a 5-second call, but she's Blaker in that plane every time, so it's not a 5 seconds.
Basham inside, and she'll go to the line for 2. Kayla Basham, that was all her right there.
I tell you what she did. She took it from one side to the other, inside, outside, made a spin move again, went to that left hand as they're going to get to the free throw line.
How we talked about Ella Baum's really stepped up from that second roll last year to that first roll. Basham's really stepped into that second roll this season.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's just impressive to see. You know, these girls are in an opportunity. They have an opportunity for the first time ever for this school to go to the state tournament, and they're putting on a show out here right now with a 3-point lead.
Basham coming in, 67%, makes the first from the line.
Yeah, she's looked pure tonight for a 67% free throw shooter.
Basham in her junior season plays all 35 games this year and has started all 35 games. The second by Basham, nothing but the bottom of the net, and back to a 5-point game.
So let's see if they move Lainey Johnson down inside.
Under 3 we go here in the third. And a fun game we've had here on Glycod. The winner gets the 6th region on Wednesday night in the state tournament. Yeah, McGregor throws it away.
Yeah, I think if you talk to both of these coaches, I think they both knew this game was not going to be a blowout. This game is going to be a close game. You talked about it, the 3 games they played this year are in the 30s, and right now it's kind of trending that way too.
It's still kind of early, but it feels like Anderson's got a little more fatigue. When Spencer sat around, got to play the first game last night, they didn't have the more physical game too.
Exactly. They had a little more time to rest, and then tonight they've done a more job on their offense just resting.
Brown's played excellent tonight. Ella Brown in again on 2 defenders and has it with the right hand.
Yeah, she took it to the basket, has done a great job, increased that lead back up to 7 now.
And inside, Satterley loses it and back the other way.
Again, fatigue makes you make mistakes, John, that you don't normally make. And right now, Anderson County is showing signs of fatigue.
Claire Cooper will check back in as McGregor takes a seat for the Bearcats. And slowly here in the third, we're seeing that press. But so far, Spencer's done a good job of it, breaking out of it.
Yeah, I have in my notes that 5 minutes left in the third quarter. The score was 23-17, and Anderson County went to the press. And it paid dividends for a little bit, but now the lead is up to 27-20.
We'll take a break, a timeout here. 2 minutes left in the third on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here in the third, 2 minutes to go in a 27-20 Spencer lead on the road with Rick Reams. And what have you seen really through the third quarter and the first 6 minutes?
I tell you what, I saw a Spencer County team that kind of folded a little bit under early pressure, but they've really settled themselves back down. I've seen an Anderson County team that still looks tired, but they're going to have to put pressure all over the court, and that's what they're doing right now. And you just got to play through that tiredness, but not make silly mistakes and not make silly fouls.
Tough spot to throw it in here for Brown. Does so to Rocky. Ava Rocky will bring it up into the front court. Anderson gets a hand on it. And that was Satterley.
Yeah, Satterley's got to watch because she's got 3 fouls.
Mills gonna throw it in right at the timeline and gets it into Kayla Basham.
That's one place they've had a lot of success with tonight. Basham been able to take the ball to the basket. Also is doing a good job on making decisions on when to go and when not to go.
Basham had 4 in the first half, only averaging 8 a game, and has played well here in the third. She'll get to the corner. Rocky. It doesn't hit anything. Back the other way.
That's, again, a shot you can get any time. No need to settle for that one on that play.
Johnson double team. Now she's just picked up by Ella Brown.
So now they're going to try her at the point and see if she can make her own shot here.
We saw that last night at the later stages in the win for Anderson. Coming off that win against South. Spencer coming off the win against North. Inside, no good there. But staying with it in the corner is Cooper. And a 3-ball and foul is Johnson.
Yeah, that's the one foul you don't want to make. She's shooting that ball going out of bounds. Just let her shoot that ball. So now she's going to get to the free throw line for 3 free throws. And again, sometimes just seeing that ball go in the basket gets you going. And right now she needs to get these 3 free throws.
Johnson, 76 this year percent from the line, makes the first. Has 2 more. And slowly you just start to trickle back into it.
Yep.
One more coming for Johnson here.
Now, these girls haven't won all these games this year by panicking at this time. Although we will have to say, we talked about it last night, they've not been in many close games. I'm not sure they've ever had a game this year where they've been trailing going into the fourth quarter, but it looks like in this one, that might be the case.
Anderson 1-0 in games decided by 3 points or less, 3-0 in games decided by 10 points or less. Spencer had their first game decided by 3 points or less on Monday night, and a foul there going the other way. Mills called for the offensive.
Yeah, that one again, instead of trying to run through there, just stop, make the pass or make the shot there, but just a mistake on their part. And again, they're starting to force it a little bit more right now.
So under a minute here in the third, and a 5-point Bears lead. Johnson has it on the wing. Picked up here by Skylar Mills. Johnson, the senior, resetting it. Gets it inside and no good there.
Good defense that time. Spencer County just held their hands up. Good spin move there by Basham.
Basham's looked really well with the ball in her hand.
Very comfortable with the ball. Doesn't look like she's nervous at all. Gonna have Johnson on their outer.
Basham can hold for a final shot with 20 left here in the third quarter. And a 5-point lead picked up by Lainey Johnson.
And everyone else is standing way back. They're going to let these two go at it.
Basham. 5 to go and gets inside. And we're going to have a foul. This will go back the other way.
It's an interesting 5-second call because really she broke through the lane there at 4, but the official called it. But that's one of those, and I've officiated and I've coached before. A coach will put a bug in an official's ear to see if he can get it, and got that one.
4 seconds, they'll trigger it in here to Satterley. Pulls up, her shot off the rim, no good, and that's how the third comes to close. A fun first 24 minutes. A trip to the state tournament on the line, 27-22. Spencer on top on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
With Rick Reeves, John Balders alongside. 8 to go here in Anderson County. It's been everything we expected in the first 24. How do you see the final 8 going?
Anderson County is going to continue to put pressure. The question to me is, can Spencer County settle down and just run their offense the way they have all night and not make huge mistakes here?
Anderson will get the basketball to start this fourth quarter. As a packed house here, band on hand, not a seat available here at Glenn Drury Court at Anderson High School.
Literally standing room only.
Johnson. McGregor back up top. Faith McGregor had 9 last night in the win. Tries to get inside here. Gets it back to Laney Johnson, their leading scorer coming into the ball game. Johnson into the paint. Back out a long possession here to start. Back to Johnson. She'll fire. It's no good. Tip back out. And back here with Satterley. She'll get into the paint. No good. Another opportunity. Ford looks at it, and McGregor puts it home.
Got to get those rebounds if you're Spencer, but boy, you got to give Anderson credit. They just never gave up on that possession.
Seven to go here in regulation. Basham looking to go inside, falls the deck. And we're going to have a timeout. They're going to give one here to John Howie. The crowd doesn't like it. A minute in here in this fourth quarter. We'll take a break. A 3-point lead for Spencer on Glycod.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Spencer going to trigger it in with Mills, and a 3-point lead. The first 2 go to Anderson here in this fourth quarter. Inside Basham, and she'll draw contact.
That's a call on the floor. Remember, in high school basketball, the fouls reset every quarter, so that's just the first foul.
It's starting to get more hot out there with both teams.
Absolutely. It's starting to get hot in here and out there on the court.
An electric environment. There ain't much room. A lot of bodies in here right now. And Brown inside has been important tonight and puts it in for 2.
Yeah, Anderson County has not found an answer to her yet.
Inside on the other end, Satterley no good. And who's it off of? Back to Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer County that time could not get the rebound, but they did a good job of keeping their hands up, and Anderson County just kind of dropped it out of bounds there. Basham's going to come out, get a rest, a breather. I wouldn't be surprised to see her stay out just a very brief amount of time.
Cox will check back in as they're looking for Brown. A risky pass here, and he's back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, with that, you've got to wait till Brown gets a little closer. That's what the problem with taking Basham out, but boy, she's really needing to rest down there. So they're going to have to just try to hold ground until she can come back in.
Satterley gets it in to Baum. Satterley, now Jenna Satterley back up top. In a 5-point game. You try to settle for the best shot you can get, but it's been tight defense here from Spencer.
It has. Spencer right now is going to make someone else than Johnson and Brown beat them.
Inside, and it falls. What a shot, Madison Glass, and she'll have one more. Glass didn't play at all last night. The sophomore only averaging 1.7 points per game, has 2 right there and a chance to make it a 2-point game. And no good, and will stay 29-26, 6:06 left.
There's a foul again on Johnson. It's her 3rd foul. Now you're going to have to get the ball in bounds. Spencer's having trouble.
Get it into Cox here.
Watch the
She's
double
teamed.
Smart play by Johnson.
They've used a couple timeouts early, and they'll get another one here. The crowd doesn't like it. It could have been a jump, and it stays with Spencer.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Howie's doing a very, very smart job there. He's talking to the official on his side who can't really see what's going on with the play. But once he blows the whistle, then it's a timeout.
What are both coaches telling in the huddle? If you're Spencer, you're just trying to slow it down a little bit.
What they need to do is quit picking the ball up. You got to keep your dribble alive, and you got to be moving offense all the time. If you're Anderson County, you want to force the ball into the corners to get those traps. And then on offense, I tell you what, Anderson County, their other 3 players are doing a really good job of being very aggressive, and that's what they're going to have to do right now. Because, I mean, if you are Spencer County, you want anyone other than Satterley or Laney Johnson to take the shot.
How do you be able to break that trap if you're Spencer? You're seeing more intense defense here from Anderson.
Well, what you do is you have to, first of all, throw over it. Make sure you're up in the air and throw the ball over it. But the second thing is don't dribble into it. And if you do not pick the dribble up, because then you're dead to rights. But what you got to watch now is Spencer County's using a lot of timeouts, as you said, and that could really hurt them later on in this game.
Kayla Basham back in, too, who's been excellent breaking the press tonight.
So now, again, getting the ball in bounds has been difficult, but they got that one into Ella Brown.
Picked up here by Johnson, and that's going to be an over and back. A good play by Johnson, tight defense, and we'll go back to Anderson.
Coach Howie's telling his team to settle down. It's okay, but I tell you what, 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in this 4th quarter, and I tell you what, Anderson, if they hit a basket here, the roof may well come off this place.
Satterley gonna bring it across the timeline. Johnson, who hasn't scored a whole lot tonight, but kept it in the ball game in a low-scoring game we've had. Johnson inside, a beautiful dish, down the block, and it's good for McGregor.
Again, just a huge play. Nice pass, but McGregor with the basket, and this is a 1-point game.
(29-28). Inside goes Mills into the paint. Extra pass to Rocky to the corner and hits the top of the backboard. Staying with it is Johnson to the corner, and Satterley gets her hands on it, breaks a couple of fingers on a 3-on-2 break.
Take the lead here.
Satterley, and she'll go to the line.
No, they call a charge on her. It's going to be her 4th.
So back the opposite way as Basham slow to get up.
took a big hit to the gut there, but yeah, that's Satterley's 4th foul.
They decide to keep her in. With 4 minutes left. And they'll take out Cox, but keep Satterley in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? She's one of your stars. She knows she's going to not stay out in foul trouble here, or don't get that 5th foul.
And they get it across here and set it up top with Mills.
Johnson's just kind of playing. She's playing a one-person zone back there. Rocky's in the corner by herself, but they're going to give her that shot.
Mills, a senior, has it in her hand. Using this time here with 4 to go, and a foul here on the Bearcats.
Plenty of time. No need to pick up, fouls, but right now 4 fouls on Anderson County. Thing to remember, Spencer County only has 1 foul. Another foul on Anderson County, and Spencer will be shooting 2 the rest of the game.
Only 1 foul on Spencer with the 1-point lead. They get it into Basham. She'll reset it back up top.
She's going to get in the corner, and then they're going to put her out and let her go. But again, she's in no rush. Here comes Laney Johnson.
Picked up by Glass, double team Johnson. They're going to fire it ahead to Hallie Johnson and take it back the other way. A turnover to Satterley. Johnson trying to get into the paint. Swings into the corner. Satterley inside, and she's got the deuce.
The smart play. She did not charge. She jump stopped right there. Now can Spencer County answer this?
And Rocky hit on the sideline. And we're going to have a foul here out front.
And I tell you what, if you're Spencer County right now, I'm trying to get the ball to Ella Brown. She's had a huge night tonight. She hasn't touched it in a while, but Anderson County has come all the way back to take the lead with 3:50 left in this game.
They'll trigger it in here with Rocky in front of her own bench. Into Ella Brown. Brown inside, and she's got it.
That's exactly what I said they needed to do. They got to get the ball in her hands.
Fast tempo, we go to the corner. 3 ball on the pass from Johnson. No good for Cooper. Underneath, and it will stay with the Bearcats.
Great job there. Great rebound. Anderson County's doing a very good job getting their girls right to the basket. And I tell you what, there she is again, Madison Glass with the offensive rebound after that big bucket earlier.
Glass, the sophomore, only averaging 2 rebounds per game. A big one right there. They get it in. Satterley. Cooper inside the paint. And back up top. Under 3:30 here in this 4th. Inside on Brown, and right there lays it in is Satterley for 2.
Again, Anderson's going to put pressure all over the court. You're going to have to get the ball in and get it up court. They're going to get the ball to Ella Brown and let her go. Glass is going to try to guard her.
32-31. Under 3 here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Rick Reams, John Baldridge, Glycott's presentation of high school basketball. In the regional, and there's a travel. Brown took 3 steps.
Yeah, she tried to come to a stop. And Coach Howie is not pleased at all because something was said to her, his star player.
He's got to be escorted back with assistance to his bench.
Yeah, he'd had enough. I'll give the official credit. He very well could have teed him up at that moment.
We haven't talked about it enough. This is a hostile environment.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Very loud in here. A lot of red. A lot of blue, too, for Spencer on the road behind their bench. Anderson trying to add on some points for the 1-point lead.
Now Anderson, they're the team. They don't have to be in a hurry. They have the lead. And also, this is where Spencer County, it could hurt them not only having 1 foul. They're going to double team now.
A 1-point lead's very big right now.
Yes, it is.
And they'll get it back up, reset it again with Satterley. Jenna Satterley. Picked up by Mills.
Good
Double
look.
team, get it away. Inside, and a block.
Oh, boy.
Johnson could have been called for the offensive, and will stay underneath, though, with the Bearcats.
Yeah, that would have been her 4th also. Nice try, but right now Anderson County's being very aggressive. with their offense. And I tell you what, these other girls, other than Satterley and Johnson, are putting on a show tonight.
They'll get it in with Satterley underneath. Back up top to Johnson, picked up by Brown. Inside to McGregor. Almost traveled, gets it back out though.
Smart
Satterley.
play. $150 left.
Just using their time.
Yeah, and right there, they don't have to do anything.
Cooper to Johnson. Back to Claire Cooper.
Cooper's kind of she's the safety valve right there. She doesn't have to do anything with the ball.
When they're double teaming, they're leaving somebody open.
And like I say, she's the safety valve. She's staying right where she needs to stay.
Free ball, no good there, but right back to bomb. And a timeout here for Anderson County with 1:13 left. We'll take a break and a 1-point game on Glycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
$1:13 to go in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. 32-31. It's everything we expected, Rick, in this ball game. And it's going to come right down to the wire.
Oh, I'll tell you what, 1:13 seconds. Now Spencer County has 3 fouls, so only 2 more to give. Anderson County, they're going to be very patient with the ball again. They got lucky on shooting that 3, which they really shouldn't have taken, but got their own rebound. That's why Coach Birdwhistle called a timeout. I don't think he was pleased with that shot. And now they're just going to have to get the ball inbounds and then just be very, very patient and see if they can get if Spencer can get a steal or then start fouling.
3 fouls here on Spencer, 4 on Anderson. 1 more puts Spencer in the bonus, 2 more puts Anderson in the bonus. Johnson. Back up top around the perimeter. Laney Johnson double teamed underneath. An open McGregor for 2.
Beautiful pass. Now Spencer, they got plenty of time. Anderson County calls a timeout.
And what are you telling here in this huddle trying to need 3 now?
So what you're doing if you're Anderson County is you want to continue putting pressure all over the court. You don't want to give up anything easy. If you're Spencer County, there's almost a minute left in this game. You don't have to have a 3-point shot. They've got to throw it around, get their offense going. But I tell you what, I think you got to get Ella Brown going again in this game. Get her going to the basket. See if you can put one in and get to the free throw line. But again, Anderson County, they don't want to make any silly fouls because that's going to be 2 free throws without them having the clock going. But right now, Anderson County, they've decided to go the opposite direction. They're going to back up into defense. Let's see if they stay in the man or if they go zone.
Anderson's won 50 of the 52 times they've met the Spencer County team. The Bearcats have won the last 4. The Bearcats have won all 16 times these teams have met in postseason play. Anderson looking to hang on. Spencer needing 3. The crowd on their feet. Nobody in a seat right now here in Lawrenceburg.
They're staying man-to-man, and Coach Birdwhistle told them, back it up, pack it in.
Mills has it up top.
Their focus has to be on Brown if you're Anderson County.
And a timeout here, another one by John Howie with 44 seconds left in the ball game. Just going to rethink it over, try to break half court there and reset it.
What they were seeing, I think, was they wanted to see what Anderson County was going to come out and do. I thought, again, maybe Anderson County would go with a zone, but they're going back to where they're packing their defense back in man-to-man. So what I would do is try to get that ball to Ella Brown and see if she can't get an open shot not, they've had a really good success rate getting Basham to spin and take it to the basket. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do that also, because again, you don't have to settle for a three here. If you get a good three, take it. But still, you have 44.8 seconds.
Spencer will get the basketball in front of their own bench with 44.8 left to go. And you have 4 fouls here on Anderson too, so you don't want to send him to the line.
No, you don't. And from what we can see up here, if it's correct, the possession arrow favors Spencer County.
If you're Anderson, what's Clay Birdwhistle telling his team right now?
What he's telling his team is what you said. Play good defense, but don't foul. He's also telling his girls, try to keep Brown from getting the ball. Try to keep her from getting the ball. Play her in front, play her behind, but really shadow her everywhere she goes. And do not go help with someone else against her.
Rocky will get it in.
And Glass is going to guard her.
We'll set it in the backcourt here for Mills. 40 seconds left. Winner advancing to the Sweet 16 on Wednesday. Rocky, no good. Johnson back to Mills. She'll go up strong, no foul, puts it up off the glass. And a timeout. And back to a 1-point game here, Rick.
Spencer County, okay, I was going to say, Spencer County must have been saving timeouts all year because they've had a bunch, but this was their final full timeout. So what you do if you're Spencer County here, since there's no way to stop the clock, you put as much pressure as you can, try to get a turnover until they get up to the court line. But what you have to remember, you still have 1 foul to give. So Anderson County, on the other hand, is saying that let's get the ball inbounds. Let's not make any mistakes, and let's just try to get it up the court. We know they're going to foul us, so get ready for a lot of contact, and then you're going to have to take the ball and probably side out of bounds to get it in again before you get to the free throw line.
Spencer County was in the same situation Monday night, where they pulled off late with a Johnson bucket at the last seconds. And here, how much time can you give them before you have to foul?
If I'm Spencer County, I try for a steal immediately and then foul. You just don't want to give Anderson County a lot of time. And again, this is where it hurts you only having 3 fouls. You'd rather foul early and get into the free throw line. If you had the luxury of a shot clock, you wouldn't have to play it all the way out like this, but this you're going to have to do it. I wouldn't be surprised to try to see someone try to fall and get a charge here on Anderson County. If someone gets their arms up on you, you just fall. See if the referee will give you that call.
Both of these teams, and both coaches would say they haven't been in this spot in a close game all season until this week. Spencer with their first win decided by 3 points or less on Monday. Anderson's only had 1 game decided by 3 points or less, and here we go tonight. A chance to get to Rupp Arena.
Oh.
And it deflects out of play.
That's a good play by Spencer. Now you can do the same thing. Now Anderson County needs to remember, before they could run the court and throw the ball in. Now they cannot. You have to be a fixed position. Official doing a good job reminding Laney Johnson of that fact.
They'll get it in here.
They don't want Satterley to get the ball.
Johnson, and it deflects out again.
Great hustle there by Basham.
With 24.8 left.
So not much time going off the clock, and they're making it difficult. They're double teaming Satterley. Watch this. Right here, they're not going to let her get the ball. You got to fight.
Johnson triggers it in and gets it back. And a foul here with 22 seconds left.
Not a dirty foul at all. It's just both players got their feet tangled up. Johnson knows that. She pops up. She's ready to play. But again, they're going to have to get the ball inbounds one more time.
They're going to bring Hyatt back in as McGregor takes his seat. And Cooper also back into the ball game.
And once again, they're double teaming out here. Laney Johnson's going to take the ball in. Someone else is going to have to come and get it and get to the free throw line. They got it to Satterley.
Gets it to Satterley. She'll cross the half-court line and is fouled here with 19 to go.
Great job by Satterley. She had to do it by herself. She had to get the ball by herself because she was double teamed, was able to get it, and now is going to get to the free throw line. Oh, I thought maybe someone fouled out. I didn't know why they were having an extra timeout over there, but If the referees are not allowing it, so he can talk to his other 3 players, but you have to have 2 underneath during a free throw.
They'll keep Rocky, Mills, and Basham back as the first is good here from Satterley.
If you're Spencer County, though, you're still in this game. The most you can be down if she makes this free throw is 3 points, so you still have an opportunity.
One more coming for Satterley, who's been excellent at the stripe tonight.
Be interested to see what Coach Bird-Whistle's strategy is here. Do you let them go a little bit and foul so they don't have a 3-point opportunity, or do you play it out and let them get a shot? Here we go, John.
Mills bringing it up. No foul yet. Mills gets inside, looking for the 2, looking down low, and throws it away. Back the other way with 7 seconds left to go.
One thing they didn't want to have is a turnover there. But again, if I'm Anderson County, I try to keep Satterley from getting the ball. Put someone else at the free throw line that's not near as comfortable up there as she is.
And they've had struggle getting the ball in here.
Yes, they have. And right now, Satterley's telling the official, watch them, they're holding me.
And this is going to go the other way, offensive.
Yeah, and we talked about that. Yep, set a moving pick there. So now 7.1 second. I'm a huge advocate of fouling here, just not letting them have that 3-point opportunity. I know everyone says the worst thing that can happen is you can go into overtime, but in this game, if I'm Spencer County, I don't want the game to go to overtime, and Anderson County, I do want the game to go to overtime. So they may not foul.
They'll get it in here.
They're not going to foul.
Mills fires, leaves it short, and it trickles out of play with 0.6 left to go.
You hate to see it. Mills, she's just broken down out there. She played such a great game. I just hate when this comes to this point. This is the heartache of basketball. She's having to stay out there and play defense. She had a wide open shot, just would not go in.
And that will do it. Anderson goes to the state tournament here on this Saturday night, advancing to Rupp Arena on Wednesday.
Wow, what a game. I tell you what, 36-33. Spencer County's team, they're over there hugging each other. What a rough night for them in Anderson County. Boy, they knew they were in a ball game. They knew they had to come out and play tough tonight, and they did. And Spencer County, what an impressive performance, but what a great comeback from Anderson County.
It sure was fun. A packed house here to see it. Anderson going to be awarded their regional trophy. We'll come back and have the post game in a moment here on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on in to Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Final score, welcoming you back on the postgame show now, a 36-33 Anderson County win. They advance to the state tournament on Wednesday night at Rupp Arena in Lexington. The teams being awarded their trophies right now, back with Rick Reams, and what a ball game we had.
I tell you what, just an awesome ball game, and it's a shame that either of these teams have to lose. And Spencer County just dejected on the bench over there, holding hands, trying to lift each other up. But boy, they have nothing to be embarrassed about. But Anderson County, they came back in this game, did what they had to do, and get the victory. And as you said, heading to Rupp Arena.
Anderson, it felt like they ran out a little bit of gas, but were able to juice it back up, and that home environment really helped. Clay Birdwhistle, their head coach, talked about this environment before the ball game, and it helps playing at home.
It does, and you know, again, as I said, with 5 minutes to go in the third period, Anderson County started to put the pressure on, changed the game. Anderson County took their first lead of 30-29 with 3 minutes 50 seconds left in the game. I mean, you would have never believed that would be the case, but Spencer County, just an awesome effort.
The 8th region players of the tournament being awarded their trophies right now, and really just talking about some of the great players from this tournament we saw last night and tonight. But the two that really catch my eye are, of course, Laney Johnson and Ella Brown.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, they were really class players just tonight. You know, Laney Johnson had an off game tonight, but really just powerful. And we saw at the end of the game, she didn't score the basket, but she had the assist to score the basket that kind of put this game away. And then Ella Brown, I mean, she was unstoppable. Just a great time, and so glad that we're seeing that Spencer's getting some all-tournament players, and especially I'm really excited to see that Skylar Mills is going to get to be that, and she's just heartbroken after missing that shot.
Came up just short. Spencer's season ends 23-12. Anderson advance to the state tournament at Rupp. They're 32-2 on the year, win their 13th straight. They've been on a hot run, but that's not what Clay Birdwhistle's talking about, just taking it game by game. They do the same thing tonight. Tonight's scoreboard presented by Kenzer & Kenzer, delivering clean, comfortable air as the Anderson players getting introduced at center court. We'll take a break, come back, and talk about where Spencer go from here next. This is the wrap-up show on Glide Cup.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
Back here on the post-game show with Rick Reeves, John Baldridge, as Anderson County gets their trophy, advances to the state tournament on Wednesday. We'll talk about them when we come back and wrap it up in a little bit. But I want to talk about Spencer real fast. This team, a lot of upperclassmen, only 2 seniors though, and Skylar Mills and Ella Brown gave it everything they had tonight and just fall short.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, they left everything on the court. That's all you can ask for. These girls came out and played a game. And let's be honest, John, we knew this game would be tight, but there's no one in the state that thought this game was going to be as close as this did. Even though they had 3 games that were all in the 30s, everyone thought Anderson County would come out, inflict their will, go ahead and have an easy win and get to Rupp Arena easy. And right now, Anderson County really has had 2 games that they've been put to the test, but that can pay dividends for them later on. But this Spencer County team is going to learn from this, and this is not going to be the last time you'll see these teams.
We got to get some ads in here. Tonight's game presented by LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for in LaGrange since 1964. Tonight's game also presented by Oldham Financial, providing clarity for your financial future. We look at tonight's most outstanding players, and I really thought it was Skylar Mills. Missed the shot late, but one of the seniors has played really well this year. Kind of not overlooked because Ella Brown gets all the attention, but she played really well, and Satterley stepped up big at the end.
Yeah, just great. I mean, you know what? Big players make big plays, and sometimes you don't make the shot. Mills didn't make the shot, but she had a great game. And then, as you said, Satterley, she was kind of saddled with foul trouble and everything else. She broke a double team. She was able to get the ball and then hit free throws, and that's what you want your star player to do.
Tonight's most outstanding players are brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance today, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. We'll come back, wrap it up, get you set for what's going on Glycod in a moment, and take a look at Anderson as they advance to the state tournament on Wednesday.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycod.
John Baldridge back here as Anderson County cutting down the net, going to the state tournament, winning the 8th region, and getting back to state for the first time since they got there in 2022. They went to the first round that year, and they were a state semifinalist in 2021, got to the quarters last year, but back there again this year. They'll take on the 6th region champion, and that's Butler versus Bullitt East right now. About 6 minutes to go there in that ball game, and it was a 7-point game with Butler on top. No matter who they play on Wednesday, an excellent performance by them tonight, and keep that streak alive, keep on winning.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's what you do. You survive and advance. It doesn't matter if the score was 36-33, if it was 34-32, or if it was 100-0. You're going to win, and you're going to keep on going. And now you have your ultimate goal. You're going to Rupp Arena, but the key is now, don't settle. Don't just say we got there. Go there and win some games.
A busy schedule coming on Glycod. We'll have games on the boys' side on Monday and Tuesday this week. And those games presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff opening doors. And Rick, it's been very fun to spend the last couple days with you. It's been a pleasure. Very nice to meet you, and hope we can reconvene down the line.
Hey, absolutely. Appreciate your expertise calling these games, getting everything going. We would be remiss not to thank Jackson Miller on the camera. He had to do everything tonight, so we appreciate him. We appreciate you jumping on the board for us and everything. A great night, great opportunity, and we're so glad you could join us here on Glycod.
We made it work. Jackson Miller for all his work. We thank you very much for spending your 2023-2024 this will be my final game with Glycod, I believe, this year, and it's been a pleasure. We'll see you in the fall. Everybody have a great spring and a great summer, and talk to you in a little while on Glycod as Anderson County advances to the state tournament.
You've been watching the 8th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod. Tonight's game was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.